Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about, can you please come out here? Woman says Doordash driver lingered at her door for 20 minutes trying to get her to come out. So it is not the first time that Down Bad Dan tried to get somebody out of their house simply because their name sounded like a woman. Apparently this is what is happening here to this young lady, just simply based on the headline, but we will find out as we read along. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being discussed in this article, how it actually is for Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers, customers, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. A woman claims her Doordash driver would not leave her front door and tried to get her to come outside, making her extremely uncomfortable. Leadenim at Leadenim uploaded a video that she stitched to another user's post. In the initial video, By Gemini at By Gemini aired their own issue with Doordash. I'm going to leave their TikTok as well as their profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. Also, why is it that people are treating food delivery like a dating app all of a sudden? Like, I believe to a certain extent that you can't really time when you'll actually meet somebody, but I'm not treating the gig economy like a dating app either. I'm here to make money, I'm here to get my bag and go home. That is my goal on a regular basis. I don't know why people keep doing this crap, or is it actually happening? And this is kind of like the trending call out story or whatever. Because we all hate male gig workers at this point, so why not just hate on them more? I don't know, it could go either way. They wrote in the text overlay, on 2 separate occasions I ordered DoorDash. One dasher's name was Emily and the other Stacy. Both times I approached my door to receive my order, they were 6 foot plus and bulky men. Account fraud is way too much already, which is a common issue in the gig economy, don't get me wrong, but that also happens when, number one, an account is deactivated, so they're renting an account, or they have their significant other sign up just so they can make money, which I think both practices are garbage, but either way. Denim used her stitched post to also talk about an uncomfortable experience with a male DoorDasher at her own front door.
This is not talked about nearly enough, and it's crazy because I ordered DoorDash like a week and a half ago because I've been sick for 2 weeks, and I got like chicken noodle soup or something, and so he called me to open the gate. I opened the gate for him, and then he like puts the food down in front of my apartment because I'm watching through the people, and then he just stands there and he's on his phone.
I don't know, man. I feel like that first part sounds a little bit more like he's trying to take the picture, and it can be a little challenging depending on the time of day. Normally, what I like to do is, like, if it's too dark or something, I'll take the picture and I'll run, or maybe it's just genuinely unsafe where it is. So I'll be like, hey, dropped off your food. By the way, it is a little wet outside, or it seems like your cat's out here. I would pick it up sooner rather than later. Just say. But I wouldn't just continue to stand there. I would take the picture and dip.
He's not doing anything. He sits there for like 5 minutes and he doesn't submit the picture that's like, oh, your order's here.
The TikToker says there was no way she was going outside while she knew the DoorDash driver was lingering outside her door. I'm acknowledging that this is like the ladies trying to be cautious, but it's amazing to me how often people are just like almost shy about not wanting other people to see that they ordered food. I feel like there's a level of food anxiety that has just plagued our society these days. That said, I am sure this is gonna go in the direction of how dare male drivers exist, but who knows?
So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I'm not gonna go fucking get it. Then I looked down at my phone and he texted me. He was like, can you please come out here? And I'm like, fuck no. What the fuck? I texted him back. I was like, why? He didn't respond.
Okay, if you're not going to give me an answer why, then I don't feel a need to move. In fact, I would feel a need to call the police or contact DoorDash. I hate it when people, especially my parents, like my parents were very much like this, where they would call for me and I'd be like, what's up? And they wouldn't answer because they wanted me to waste my time going over there. So what would I do? I would just wait in my room until I got an answer. I could play this game all day.
He sat there for 20 fucking minutes. And then I watched him walk away. He would go halfway down the stairs and come halfway back up and like peek around. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, go away. But yeah, no.
Okay, fucking yikes. Down bad Dan, you could relax. You could find somebody else, I'm sure. The video received over 2.1 million views. Unfortunately, Denim wasn't alone in her experience with the DoorDash driver. Several viewers claim to have had similar experiences with their deliveries from the app. The Daily Dot also reported on another customer who said she'd had a similar experience. The things you do for content, huh? The article that they're referencing in this, I actually made a video on that as well. I will leave that in the description. Feel free to check that out. The unfortunate truth is that Down Bad Dan is just a quality that has been plaguing the gig economy as a whole. And I'm not sure how legitimate it is. Like, this one seems like a first-hand story without video or anything like that. But the second one, a girl being told the story from a friend and posting it on TikTok. I feel like a lot of these people, and I hate to be this way, I really hate to be this way, because it feels like I'm discriminating against the discriminators, and that's just a never-ending cycle, but it's starting to feel that way. Like, it's almost trendy just to hate on gig workers that happen to be men, because you literally just hate men in general. Like, all of the things you could be talking about, it could have been a woman, it could have been a man, because if a woman was like this and she was being considerate, and there's like a cat or something else, they just want to make sure that it was delivered, then it wouldn't have been an issue. But if it's a guy, it's suddenly creepy and weird. I always use the leave at door option, and one time, instead of a woman, it was a car full of men who wouldn't leave my driveway, and DoorDash refunded me, wrote one person. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm talking about. I feel like every comment on TikTok is spilling all those kind of stories. Are they just trying to echo the same story to other people to get attention of some sort? If that actually happens, that's frightening. But I feel like this happens so often, I feel like I can't even trust half the things I read here. We have seen a lot of crazy things in the gig economy. Don't get me wrong. Gig worker safety is a huge issue. But this just feels like it's a lot of the same category of issue. A woman feeling unsafe by a man. Period. And it would be whether she was the gig worker and he was there, or he was the gig worker and she was there. But victim mentality gets views, and views get money, so I guess there's a point to that. I had a dasher demand that I come outside because he couldn't find my house, but I have cameras and he was standing in my driveway, claimed a second. Okay, I'm gonna mildly defend this. There are times where I feel like I am at the right location, but I can't tell which house is which. And because the house number isn't there, there are times where I could get a order never arrived violation, and I just want to be sure. So I contact them and say, hey, is this house a beige house with a blue roof and a pickup truck in the driveway? Yes? Okay, great. I just dropped it off at the door. You have a great day. And I just want to be sure of that. That may just be his way. I don't know. My DoorDash driver tried to break into my house, and I had to call the police. Read one particularly terrifying comment. Yeah, you see, that's where I don't trust this entire thing. Like, now you're claiming that we're breaking and entering? Like, that feels attention grabby. In fact, the way you capitalized break into my house and not it feels attention grabby. The number of female viewers even said that they eventually changed their DoorDash profile names to men's names, or pretend that other people were at home with them while retrieving deliveries from the front door. I legit changed my name to my brother's. I swear it comes faster with better portions, claimed one user. Right there. That's where I feel like there is a level of discrimination happening. Like, you changed it to your brother's and now suddenly the food quality is better. Forget safety. Forget security. Forget not having problems with the driver as a whole. Suddenly the food gets delivered faster and suddenly portion sizes are better. What kind of nonsense is that? I always yell behind me, food's here, even if it's just for me, so they know that I'm not home alone, Lamau shared another. Okay, that's an interesting way to go about it. That also doesn't assume that the driver is a bad person. That's just a precaution. And you know what? It's a solid precaution regardless whether you're a guy or a girl. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Honestly, I'm not sure of the legitimacy of this entire TikTok. Whether it is legitimate or not is kind of irrelevant, because it doesn't matter what I say. There is always going to be people claiming that men are evil in like every category. And it's really not even about the gig worker. It's about men, which kind of takes away from the point of gig workers being gig workers and this being a gig worker based channel. But let's pretend for a second that it's real. The gig economy as a whole is not a dating app, and it needs to be treated like a source of income, and you need to act professionally. I don't care what stupid reasoning you have, because this crap always ends up on us. It doesn't matter if it's real or not. People will believe it. Literally every woman commenter on this was written by a woman. This was commented very much by a woman. The number of female viewers was a quote straight from this article, and not even a single male perspective was addressed in this entire article. But that doesn't matter. We are considered the evil ones. And if it's a male issue, it's a gig worker issue, it's combined, because at the end of the day, this is the bucket that we've been put in. This is the same bucket we put in as male shoppers. If you're an Instacart driver or Walmart Spark shopper, if you're on Shipt, if you're any kind of shopper and you're a man, you're probably fearing the day that suddenly you end up forced to deliver something because you have to. Either way, the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal, not a dating app. And when you get to a location, deliver the food, make it contactless, and leave. You'll make more money that way. And who knows, maybe you'll meet that special someone one day and you could spend all the money you earned on her then. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.